Alright, so this is video 1.5 in the Popular Literary Devices video series. You can head on over to the website to see the other videos, but this video is going to be going over personification. It's a little bit complicated, so I thought it warrants its own video. So let's start things off with the definition from dictionary.com, like I have been in the previous videos. Personification is the attribution of a personal nature or character to inanimate objects or abstract notions, especially as a rhetorical figure. This is a little bit of a convoluted concept. It's difficult to kind of take the definition and put it into practice. So basically, personification is when you give a human characteristic to an inanimate object or abstract idea, and by abstract idea, they usually mean like virtue or luck or inspiration, that sort of thing. So to get this more in a easier context to understand, we have an example. The wind groaned. As you can see, the wind can't technically groan as a human can, but you're giving it that human characteristic, which is personification. Because the wind is not a living thing, so you're giving a personal nature to an inanimate object, as the definition even says. And this is used to like create a tone and just be more descriptive, as you can see. So it's really used as a descriptor a lot of the times. In terms of abstract notions, that's a little bit weird to try and understand just by the definition. So a good example would be the Nine Muses, which in Greek mythology, the Nine Muses were inspiration given human form. So because you're giving this abstract idea a characteristic of a person, obviously a body, that would be personification, because, you know, you would say like, oh, inspiration is personified in human form. So basically that's what they mean by abstract notions. Next we have the tree branches clawed at my window during the storm. Again, this is kind of like the wind groaned. It's setting the tone of the piece, and tree branches clawing is sort of a human characteristic, and you're giving it to the branches. So that would be personification. So you're giving this human characteristic to a inanimate object, which is personification. But that's all. Just to give it more context, you can see here in William Wordsworth, "I wandered lonely as a cloud." There is an example of personification, so I'm going to give you a few seconds to sort of feel out where that is, maybe identify a line or two as which that have personification in it, so I'll give you a second to do that. Alright, so you probably got that pretty fast. It's a very famous example by William Wordsworth. It's in the last line there, fluttering and dancing in the breeze, as he's talking about the daffodils. Again, daffodils can't really dance like the human does, so you're giving the daffodils a human characteristic, and just basically being used to create vivid imagery in this section. So that's pretty much personification. If you need to, there are quizzes on the website to sort of help you understand these concepts more. So again, I urge you to go to over to the website and check that out, just so you can really put everything into practice. So